Hello, everybody. My name is Oscar Cartagena. I'm a communications student at State Harrisburg, as well as a men's soccer player. And today I'm with Clinton Asalu. Clinton, how you doing today?
Doing well, man. Just trying to survive this cabin fever, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely, bro. So tell us, Clinton, a little bit about yourself. What team did you play for, or do you play for in the year you're in?
Yeah. So, as you just said, yeah, Clinton Asalu. I am a senior mechanical engineering major, and I play for the men's basketball team.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Clinton, I think it's essential that the community knows about different student athletes and how the whole situation of COVID-19 impacted different senior student athletes. So before I go into the whole situation, I wanted to say congratulations on winning the 2020 MEAC tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Also qualifying to the NCAA tournament, first time in the program's history. So before
Yes.
we get into the whole COVID-19 situation, tell us about that. Tell us about the season and tell us how the whole team felt after the accomplishment.
Oh man, this season it's been one for the books. Talking to Tom once, he said that this is going to be a season where they talk about for a long time because we did things that the basketball program has never done. So being able to win that many games together and to play as a team, we have a young team. I'm the only senior on the team. So to be, and to be able to help a group of freshmen and sophomore, and we did lose one of our juniors, Brandon Coleman, in the first game of the season. So it was basically just a freshman and sophomore team. But for us to go this far, nobody expected that at all. And and now to see where we came from, I'm so excited for what they're going to do next year. So being able to win the MEAC tournament, we came into a league that nobody knew us. They just thought, hey, they dropped out the CAC, but we came to play. So at the end of the day, playing in the MEAC tournament, beating these teams, and then being afforded the opportunity to go to the March Madness was something that is always going to be ingrained in my memory. And then even beating a ranked team, John Hopkins, at their home floor, that is something that is unheard of. And and then going and playing in the second round, unfortunately we did lose in the second round, but at the same time we saw working as a team and being together what we can do. And as a young team, I know that next year they have so much more fire, so much more will to come.
Mm-hmm. And then I wanted to back up into something that you said. Brandon Coleman, am I right? He was injured at the beginning of the season, and even though you guys had all these accomplishments, winning the MEAC tournament, beating a ranked team, losing him, how did it affect the team at first, and how did you guys quickly adapt towards him no longer taking part in the season?
It was extremely, bitter. It was the first game of the season. We were just getting our bearings, practiced with him the whole entire preseason. Did our preseason games with him, our scrimmages and whatnot, and we felt as though we had a core that we're going to stick with. And then losing him in the first game of the season, like I think it was the second half, it was heartbreaking to us. And then after that we're going to the locker room and we hear the news the next day that he tore his meniscus. That was something that we didn't think we could handle. But I'm happy that everything's changed. Brandon was always there for us, regardless of being injured. And throughout the season, he was there coming to practices. He was encouraging us, like, "Hey, you guys still got it." That he understood that he was just one piece of a puzzle. And because that he was just one piece, we all had to work harder to fit into the piece that he is missing. So he did his part in a different way. And we had to do more a bigger part as well to be able to cover each other's weaknesses. And Brandon, he's an amazing player. He's getting ready for next year. And I know that our team we had to grow. And it happened. And some people don't think of this, but it happened so early for us that we were able to regroup quickly. And instead of it, God forbid, something like that happened in the middle of the season still, but had that happening in the beginning of the season, we had the opportunity to regroup, change gears a little bit, move some pieces around, and be able to rethink our strategy. And then after that, it worked for us. And now, the best part for us is that we can fit Brandon Coleman right back into the system, and he knows he's going to do exactly what he did before. Scoring for us, getting him moving the ball, doing whatever he needs to do to win.
And leaving the CAC and debuting into the NEAC conference, it comes towards the question of what made you guys believe that, all right, this program has changed? What game was it that made you guys realize, you know what, we can fight in the national tournament, we can compete? Because I feel like in every team throughout every sport, and this year with the Penn State Harrisburg community, the teams have been able to realize, hey, we're not just able to compete in the NEAC, we can compete at national ranks. So what game was that for the men's basketball team?
I wouldn't say it was a specific game, because I know we went on the 8-game winning streak during the middle of the season. And, we were all pumped, we were all hyped, but, we still took a loss after that. And I wouldn't say it was a specific game, but I think it was the preseason. And that really showed us what our team was made of. All those 6 a.m. workouts, constantly in study halls, constantly in the books, constantly working out with each other and gaining that chemistry. That chemistry was so important that, it was a chemistry that we didn't have on any other team, because I did play my freshman year and it was a completely different vibe. These guys, we didn't care who had the ball. All we cared is that we all worked together and we went, and everybody had that same mindset. We all gelled together, and that was a team. And we knew from the rip that feeling and that chemistry that we have could take us so far. And all we had to do was buy into the program, work with what we had, and continue to use the skills that that we've been taught, and learn new skills as we grow. Because again, as a young team, we have to grow quickly, but we were able to do that and go further.
And fast forward towards qualifying to the NCAA tournament, March Madness. You guys debut your first game at Johns Hopkins. However, the circumstances with COVID-19, no fans. What did the coach say? What did you say as the team leader on how you guys have to play and, debut the first time ever without home fans? It's a huge different thing to have to go through.
Yeah, it's one of the things that the guys on NCAA said when we had the watch party. They said that Penn State is battle tested. Penn State Harrisburg is battle tested, and we knew that. We knew that, coming out the CAC and playing all these games in the NEAC, we knew we were battle tested, that we can come and make noise in March Madness. But, when we got to that game, we wanted to treat it just as another game, but we knew the stakes were on the line. This is win or go home. This is not just another playoff game like the NEAC, but at the same time, this is the NCAA March Madness. But we have to get it ingrained in our minds that, we're here to play. That's all. Doesn't matter who's in the stands. Doesn't matter what the circumstances are. When you're in between those lines of the court, that's your home. You tune out every single thing that's going around. Yes, you may not hear the crowd's noise, but that makes it better for your teammates who are on the bench. They're cheering you on even more because you can hear them. You can hear them over everybody else. And I wanted to let the team know, like, look, we're here to play. We're going to play together, and we're gonna tune out every single thing. And Coach made sure that he blocked out all the noise. We didn't care about what ESPN were saying, because we did find out that we were on ESPN because of all this. We didn't care about what ESPN were saying. We turned off our phones. Coach turned off his phone. All we worried about is that game. Worried about playing. Worried about winning.
And definitely, you guys showed at the first round, defeating number 6 ranked Johns Hopkins. And then that leads me towards the next and most likely final question is, after all the circumstances with COVID-19, unfortunately, March Madness coming to an end, what message would you send to not only senior student athletes from different sports, but student athletes all over the nation who unfortunately couldn't compete this season? What would you say?
Don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Everything changed in a split second for everybody. We were all finding out all these tournaments were canceled over Instagram, but every step that you make sure that it's the best step that you can. Everything that you're doing, work hard at it, because you don't know when you could be called up. You don't know when things can change. you know, and we saw that, you know, the way that this whole COVID-19 circumstance has been going on, we had to take a different route to do things. And I'm hoping that, you know, everybody who comes back next year, whatever school that they may be at, you know, that they understand that don't take anything for granted. Every single workout that you have, go hard. Every single practice you have, go hard. Every meeting you have, every class that you have, go hard, because you don't know when it can stop. You know, for me, you know, granted, if we won that second round game, that could have been my last, that would have been my last game after that, because we wouldn't have got the opportunity to go on to the Sweet 16 or anything like that. But, you know, I'm happy where we were at, and I know that I feel as though that it was an amazing experience for me as a senior, and that, you know, my team is going to go further than that, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do. So look, don't take anything for granted. Keep going, keep pushing, keep going harder every single game.
Mm-hmm. Well, everything you said, Clinton, definitely demonstrates where the men's basketball team and the program is headed towards. And
Yes.
we'd like to say in the Penn State Harrisburg community and the men's soccer team, thank you for your time and all the commitment you've given to the community. And we look forward to seeing what the team can do in the near future. Thank you so much, Clinton.
Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate you, man.